Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, hosted by yours truly. As always, my amazing co-host.
What up, daddies?
If you work for On-Trac, please make sure that you change your vans. It's hella creepy that you guys are still riding around in unmarked, non-branded vans.
Beat up,
right? I don't ever want you walking up to my house and saying, I have a package for you. That's just not a good look On-Trac. But you know, we also talked about the Biden bump. We broke down a little bit the new Stimmy Package. We're super excited about our plays for the week. Earnings season is upon us. Right? What else did we talk about?
We answered some Q&As, and we also talked about the stock of the week.
Super exciting. As always, follow us on Instagram at Trading Daddies. Hit the subscribe button in the bottom so that you guys, just make sure that you guys hit the post notification bell as well. Give us a thumbs up, so that definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithm. What else you got? Nothing. That's it. Free Jack Ma. See you guys on the episode. Hey, welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, hosted by yours truly, Nico Reyes, and as always, the co-hostess with the mostest.
$5 hot and ready.
Tefleezy, Fosheezy, in the heezy. How's everything, bro? Happy Saturday to you. Happy weekend to our listeners. Happy MLK Day. It is a 3-day weekend for the most of us. I know it's a 3-day weekend for me. How's your day going, though?
Good. I mean, just staying busy. It stopped snowing. Yeah, it's actually in the 30s right now. It's not as cold. It's our first winter, and we're kind of disappointed. But knock on wood, hopefully, it's not a harsh winter. This winter, because I don't want to slip at all.
No more slippage. No more slippage. We are condemning black ice. It is surprisingly warm here in San Francisco.
What is it at right now?
I think, what's the current temperatura? 58.
Okay, it's not bad. That's actually normal.
We've been used to like 51s, 40s, like high 40s, low 50s. But 58's a little bit unusual. But it's a good break. We took the little man out earlier for a walk at the park. Got some good coffee. Stopped by Target, picked up some supplies. But and got a haircut. The wife cut my hair, which I'm kind of excited about.
You look like you got out of a cave or something. You had layers over layers over layers.
No, but my hair's still up there. I still didn't chop the hair. I still got the bun going. But other than that, my wife says I look like a human being now.
Again,
because
that's good.
I was looking a little rough. It's not because. You know what? All right, it's two parts. Part of it is I'm just lazy to get a haircut, although I'm not even doing any of the work to get cut. My job is to stand there and just to sit there and get it cut off. It didn't take more than 10 minutes. I guess is it just me being lazy? I guess so. I guess it's just me being lazy. Yeah, you know what? Let's chop it up to laziness that I didn't get a haircut. Also, it's just like, do I really want to shave off some stuff today? Like, I don't want to clean the sink.
I didn't know it was no shave January.
It was supposed to be no shave winter, but I don't know. Like, I always like the way I look after a haircut, and then after a month later, it starts looking a little rougher than usual, and I just like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm not gonna do this. But anyways, it is a beautiful Saturday. We have a lot to cover.
Oh, we have a jam-packed show today.
We have a very jam-packed show, but before we get into that, how was your trading week, dude?
Beautiful week. We suffered a back-to-back red days, Thursday and Friday. Friday was just a massive dump across the board. It was a massive sell-off. So my dividend account was up I think $600, which is good. It's a slow mover, whatever. My trading account is up $9,000. My growth account is up $2,000, and then I started another account. That one's currently down 800. So we're having a good week, really.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Looking at it right now, I am up $1,000 for the week.
Okay.
So no complaints here. I was supposed to be. I mean, besides the downtrend that we saw this past 2 days, I was on pace to hit another 4K week. But we did see some downward pressure, and we'll get into that in a bit. I think it's just a negative reaction to the new economic stimulus, or maybe it was just baked in. Wall Street is just expecting way too much of this new stimulus package, but I don't think we should be expecting too much. I think we should just be taking what we can get at this moment.
Hey, check it out though. So, what do you think the timeline for the stimulus to be passed? 6 months?
I don't think it's going to be 6 months.
I mean, the House, the Senate, I think they're all Democratic. I think they're all going to somewhat.
It's going to pass. It's going to pass. The only laggard I feel will be some type of a formality, because both sides don't want to seem like they're eager or pushing too hard. I feel that one side really does want to get this passed, and the other side, the minority, will probably start asking questions, and the majority will just have to take certain questions in order for them to seem like they're working together. But in reality, it's all going to be passed fairly quickly. It's by hook or by crook. I feel like Uncle Joe is probably going to say, "I'm just going to sign executive orders. The House isn't going to say shit. The Senate's not going to say anything. It's for the American people. Let's do it."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we're also for our listeners, Nico's actually going to break down majority of the stuff what's in the bill.
Yeah, so certain stuff that really just that kind of like resonates with me, and then stuff that I feel like is very very useful. But other than that, we do have a fairly fat week coming in here, dude.
We're actually gonna have a busy next 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, crazy.
Earnings season.
Crazy 2-3 weeks. We're probably gonna see some upswings, and it's gonna be a roller coaster for sure. So we're definitely gonna be here with you and for you guys, so that we can all ride the trend together. But before we get into the crazy week that's upon us, let's start with some viewer questions. John's gonna take over here, and he's gonna tell us. He's gonna ask certain questions from our viewers. We're gonna shout them out.
Okay, so Ronnie from Discord, he asked about inflation, right, and how it affects the market, and overall, just in general, how it affects everything. Inflation, really, if you Google it, YouTube it, whatever, or Yahoo it, it's when the price of goods and services they go up high, they go up and I don't want to say astronomically, but they go up a little bit, but your purchasing power, your dollar, stays the same. Okay, so meaning, for example, you go to Costco every single week, you spend the same $100 every single week, right? A year from now, your $100 will actually buy less groceries. That makes sense. So if you've been spending $100 a week, most likely next year it will be 105.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because Costco raised their prices. It's because cost of goods and services, like for example, wheat, oil, you name it, transport.
Wait, did you just say weed first? Weed is your first cost of goods cost?
Well, I'm talking about food. I said wheat, not weed.
Oh.
Did you?
I heard you say weed. I thought,
hey man, weed price has gone up too. Anyways, like dude, there's some supply and demand. Well, not for weed, but for some yayo, supply and demand's been like rough, man. Like cost of goods went up. I said wheat, by the way.
Like stuff they make bread out of.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Bread, rice, flour, you name it. Okay. I'm trying to lecture over here, and you're interrupting.
I heard weed.
Where was I? So yes, all those costs of goods and services go up while your dollar stays the same. So that's how inflation is, and you can't really see inflation now. Like we're talking about today, because I think your question was strictly about, hey, how do I beat inflation? You can't beat inflation. No. You have no power.
No,
you can't do it. You can't beat inflation. But in order for you to somewhat gauge or go around it is through investing. Okay, investing your money in the market, like for example, like the index market, annually would return you about 10%. Last year was just unusual because of the crash and how the market ran 30%. So last year the return was 30%. So that's not normal. So since 1929, the market actually has returned about roughly 10%, and inflation is about 2%. So you're really making 7% of your money if you're investing it in just index funds. We're not talking about specific stocks. Okay, so if let's say you just dump your money in SPY, which controls about 500 stocks, right? And just let it sit there, and then your money will grow, and then inflation will somewhat like nibble a little bit, okay, but not a whole lot. So when it comes to inflation, yeah, you won't see it up until like a year, 5 years, 10 years from now. So like do research, ask your parents, oh, what was gas prices like 30 years ago? They're probably gonna tell you like 50 cents or whatever.
We're actually gonna get into that later in terms of the inflation, because I've seen this very spot on tweet that about the Biden economic plan, where some people are complaining that the minimum wage is going to be too high. But with that being said, I mean, federal minimum wage is roughly around $7 and some odd change, $7.25. A gallon of milk is $3.25. So you're telling me that you need to work 30 minutes in order to afford a gallon of milk? So that in itself tells you how much inflation has risen. I mean, milk shouldn't be $3.25 for a gallon.
Bro, do you know how much my kids drink milk? They drink a gallon a day.
A gallon a day. That's
Jesus Christ.
This is crazy.
Look, if you want to beat inflation, don't have kids. Yo, this is the Trading Daddies podcast. Anyways, next question.
Don't have kids.
Next question.
Hey, Don, I have a question. What's your advice for an aspiring father who wants to have children?
If you want a fatter bank account, fatter brokerage account, don't have kids. All right, moving on. Next question is, what is the difference between a marginal and a cash account?
Ooh, very good question.
That's actually a great question.
Who asked that question?
Ashton.
He's
in our Discord.
Yeah, thank you for that question. That's awesome.
Yeah, he messaged us on Instagram. And so I don't want to say it's pretty simple, but for the folks who don't know what a margin account is, your broker provides that service. Okay, you just don't get that automatically because you got to meet certain requirements. And I think for TD Ameritrade, you got to have at least 2,000-3,000. I think, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that one. But other brokers, like for example, Fidelity, Robinhood, E-Trade, they all have certain requirements. Okay, you just got to read the fine print. So what is a marginal account? Marginal account is when you need, if you want access to, like, let's say more buying power, more purchasing power, your broker, which is your bank, will somewhat lend you the money, but in exchange, you get charged what's called a margin interest. Okay, so again, go back to your broker. If they're charging, like, let's say 1, 2, 3, how many percentage it is, just check the fine print, because those the margin interest actually adds up.
It does.
You've got to be careful. Because they can eat away your profits.
They do.
So, for example, a $25,000 account can have 3 times the purchase power.
Yeah.
So meaning you can buy, like, let's say $70,000 worth of stocks, even though you only have $25,000 in your account.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy $75,000 worth of, this is just only an example, okay? So each broker, they're all different. So you can buy $75,000 worth of, stocks, but if you hold that overnight, your broker will start charging you interest. I don't know, 1%, 2%, 10%, whatever.
Adds up.
And we're talking about per day.
Yeah, especially if you're in trades that are super speculative and risky.
Don't do
I
it.
would advise against. I mean, in order for you to start trading options, anyways, you need a margin account. That's just it is what it is. Those are the rules that certain brokers are going to have. But please be careful when you guys are dipping into the margins. Make sure that you guys are trading safely, trading safely, and ensure that making sure that you guys aren't dropping money in Luck and Coffee or LTM or any Kodak. I mean, unless you're in and out of the trade, right?
GME, I don't know.
Right. So if you are dipping into your margins, make sure that you guys are covering, purposefully, and making sure that you guys are getting out of your trades profitably, so that you guys are covering whatever interest that they're charging you.
Let me explain again. So what if the stock goes down? Okay, the broker does not lose his money. It's you who lose it's you who loses everything.
The broker doesn't care.
The broker doesn't care. They're just lending you their money and they're charging you interest. So if the stock comes down and let's say you lost half of your money, you didn't lose the broker's money. You lost majority of your money. Actually, all of your money.
Yeah, they'll take it out of your account first.
Yeah, it's not the broker. Yeah. So what's a cash account? A cash account is just, let's say if you have 25 grand, that's it. You can only buy $25,000 worth of stocks. That's it. Pretty much. Yeah. It's a safe. I mean, they're both safe, but you just gotta trade responsibly when it comes to a marginal account. Cash account, it's just plain and simple. 25 grand is 25 grand. That's it. You can't go over or under.
This is the reason why we heavily say and heavily remind you guys to get out of Robinhood. Get out. The reason why is because they will provide you a margin account. That's cool, right? But what if they have a glitch in their system and you're not able to pull out? They're going to take your money first before they take theirs. So, they've already charged you the interest. They're already making money hand over fist on your money.
Yeah.
So please find a better or more reputable broker. I would rather pay 3% than pay whatever Robinhood's charging, knowing that my money is safe.
Yeah.
Right. So just a little piece of advice for you guys.
Also, we have a last question. I forgot who answered this one. It might be on Instagram. I got to double check. It says, why day trade your money? Why not just invest it? First of all, we are doing both. So I have 4 accounts right now. There's a trading account, investing account, a growth account. So here's the thing. So me as an investor, I just let my stocks, just sit there and grow, basically, right? Now, when it comes to day trading, I'll give you an example. Ticker symbol SPCE. I wouldn't want that in my portfolio because, first of all, it serves no purpose. I mean, it's a good company, but I don't see any growth in it currently, right now, at this time and moment. I'd rather park my money where I know it will make me money. Like, for example, I'd rather park my money at Costco or Walmart or Lockheed Martin. That pays me dividends, quarterly. So going back to SPCE, this week it jumped 25%.
Crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
So why day trade? Day trading is when you catch those monumental, spikes, right? 25% is huge. Some accounts don't even make 25% in a year. And if you make that in a day, that's insane, and a few of you guys on Discord actually hit on space. Yeah. And, it ran all the way to like 33 or 34, I think. And so to answer that question, we day trade because we want to catch, you know, these huge spikes. Again, SPCE is not something that you want to be, you know, out 5-10 years long term. No one's going to talk about, you know, a company like that in their portfolio. But if you can day trade it and catch that, you know, big, you know, 25% spike, why not?
Mm-hmm.
You know, investing will always be there. So whatever I make on my my day trades or my swing trades, I invest my money. So I'm actually hitting both spectrum. So there you go, to answer your
Because
question.
there's two different types of stocks, right? There's value stocks and there's growth stocks.
And there's also speculative, you know?
Stocks, right? The SPAC plays. If you're holding SPAC plays like your SPCEs, your CCIVs, your whatever workhorse, highly on all those SPAC plays, IPOF, you know what I mean? IPOG, right?
IPOC,
IPOC,
IPOC or
IP, like
something.
those blank check companies, those aren't a hold. Like you
Yeah.
you want to day trade those out because you want to be able to get in, ride the momentum once they pop on good news, and then divest, take your profits, and wait for the mergers to happen. Because what happens here, most of the time when the SPAC play does merge with a company, then there's a downward trend because there's more shares that are given out to the market. So it's super diluted, right? Until we hear that this specific company is actually doing really good stuff and start pumping out the data and all the numbers, then you could ride that up. So that's why I'm like really weary about SPAC plays. They're great. Don't get me wrong. They're great for day trading. They're
But they work
amazing
out, yeah.
for income. But if you're holding a SPAC, please make sure that you find out your risk. Like
Yeah,
figure
God
out
bless
your
you.
risk. John has no risk.
I'm fearless.
John's fearless. John does everything.
I got 3 kids, man.
Oh man, that's why he has 3 kids. He has no risk.
No risk.
No risk. No risk.
No risk management.
No risk. No risk management.
No, no stop
No,
loss.
John has no stop loss when it comes to having kids. You're telling us that you have no stop loss when having kids. So I think
Hold on.
hold on. I think we're for the people who have the pool going, we're now back up. The odds are now back up to negative 1,500 that John's gonna have a kid by this year. So we're back up. The odds are back, boys. The odds are back.
Dude, I want to give you a teaser. My wife did say, you know, hey, what do you think about a 4th one? I'm like, oh, get out of here with that boo-boo.
All right, guys. It is the start of Q1, and we are now about to hear about Q4 earnings. It is the season again. Earnings season is upon us, and I can't be any more excited. There's certain earnings plays that didn't pan out for us last quarter that I really am very bullish about. Apple, a lot of retail plays are going to be amazing because, I mean, even e-commerce, it didn't stop. E-commerce never stopped. People still shopped. There's going to be great numbers coming out of these companies.
Yep.
For Monday, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this by day, guys. For Monday, we are looking at Logitech. They're gonna announce Logitech Monday afternoon, although the markets are closed on Monday. But we're gonna see Logitech. I think this stock is a little bit overextended. We could see some downward pressure. Always remember that if you guys are playing earnings plays, make sure that you mind the daily chart, because if it is above 70 for the RSI, I would highly suggest that it's going to be going dip. It's going to go lower. Tuesday, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs. These bank plays are overextended in my opinion. I am staying away. I'm not going to touch them with a 10-foot pole. I made the mistake of playing Wells Fargo this past week. And
man, of all the banks, you go play Wells Fargo.
I thought it was a laggard. That's my fault. So I am losing on that trade heavily. I still have until February to wait it out. So I think I have some time. At this point, you're just gonna hold it. Netflix. I think Netflix is a pretty chart.
It is. It's below the 50 moving average, so it's good. I like it.
Netflix is a beautiful chart. So shout out Gabe. Gabe is gonna probably play Netflix. Not the earnings, but Gabe loves Netflix. For Wednesday, we have Procter and Gamble, which is a very pretty chart.
Yep.
Morgan Stanley is a little bit overextended in my opinion, and United Airlines, which I'm not going to touch at all.
I just want to reiterate, for airlines, they're getting bailout money, by the way.
Are they?
Yeah, from the previous.
The previous one. I didn't even pay attention to the previous one. They're getting bailout money.
I haven't seen this current stimulus right now that they're proposing. So,
bro, watch the airlines get a bailout, and then they're gonna take out the seats, so we're all gonna stand like this.
That's why they call them Airbuses.
Airbuses now. And dude, how is BA doing? Have they recovered?
No, there was just a recent crash. I think somewhere in Southwest Asia, Southeast Asia. I'm not
Indonesia. I heard
Indonesia.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and that's terrible. I mean, but Boeing, ticker symbol BA, they can't catch a break, bro.
You can't.
It's like every month a plane is coming down. Like knock on wood, it sucks,
I mean, it just sucks because I feel that the Max was supposed to be a great plane, but I'm pretty sure somewhere along the way it got rushed.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the way it got rushed. We have some current events for you guys. Some amazing current events. Amazon workers in Alabama are set to vote next month to form the company's very first union. This is huge. This is huge.
That's not a good thing for Mr. Bezos.
Mr. Bezos is not going to be happy about this one.
Mrs. Scott doesn't give a damn.
No. Mackenzie, if you're listening to this, if you ever catch wind of the Trading Daddies, we are still waiting for that stimulus that we are kind of expecting.
And I emailed Mrs. Bezos or ex-Bezos, plenty of times. We still haven't gotten shit.
None whatsoever. Not so excited about that. But this is huge for Amazon employees, and this is I don't know, dude. Me personally, I'm pro union. I like the fact that being able to bargain, collectively bargain for your rights as an employee, making sure that you have safer working conditions, making sure you guys have a fair wage, making sure that your benefits are secured and protected for not just for you but for your families as well. I do believe
your job's secured.
Yeah, job security. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's also cons to being in a union. You have to pay the union dues, yes. And sometimes unions are mismanaged.
Union
meetings, right? But I think overall it could be very positive for everybody involved. But let's see where that goes in the next few weeks. Dude, what happened on Friday? I want to get into what exactly happened on Friday. It is for the longest time that we were expecting something crazy from the stimulus news, right? Granted that Joey Biden, Uncle Joe, is still not in power. And he announced the package that he wants to pass through for the next stimmy. But the market just didn't react. I felt like the market expected way too much and they feel like they're getting too little. I mean, I read through some of it and I really do believe that it's nice, dude. I think it's going to help out. I really think it's going to help out. I mean, remember that the stimulus is not the end all. The stimulus is a band-aid to what Americans are currently experiencing right now. Through this economic downturn and through the pandemic, we are still trying to recover economically. We're not where we were pre-pandemic, because pre-pandemic everything was super rosy. Pre-pandemic everything was nice. Like we were. I'm not. I mean, the stock market was at all-time highs, right? But as we know that stock market is not a key indicator how the economy is working. The stock market is just the market. Let's stop romanticizing and fantasizing that the stock market is the key indicator that determines whether or not the economy is great. What the economy, to me personally, if you're going to ask me, is how am I doing personally? Am I able to put food on the table for my family? Am I able to afford the basic necessities? And at the time, if you were, the economy was great for you. You know what I mean? You had a job, you had, some type of security, you had some type of savings, but because of the pandemic and how it has been, in my opinion, it has been mismanaged. Remember that any type of economic how do you say this? Economic pressure or feeling, it always starts from the top, and how the policies in place are able to help you and move things forward. But the fact of the matter is, ever since the pandemic started, we didn't get any type of clear information as to how we're supposed to move forward. Everything got shut down. There was no proper plan in place. All the states were fending for themselves. So there's a lot of people that would say that, oh, the economy was great. Really, the economy was not great. We don't need stimulus if the economy was so great. That's just plain and simple. There's no need for stimulus if the economy was nice. But let's talk about the Biden bump.
No more Donald Pump.
No more Donnie Pump. Donnie Pump apparently is bro, did you see that video? Did you see that video that they were taking away Lincoln's bust?
Which one?
So there was a video this past week that was for it was a video that somebody was walking outside of the White House taking away Abe Lincoln's bust.
What?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No, that's disrespectful, man.
Bro, taking away Lincoln's bust? Theft. That's theft.
That's messed up.
That's theft. Also, you know who was at the White House yesterday? The My Pillow guy.
We spoke about it because I see it at Home Depot all the damn time. It's like 1995 My Pillow guy.
There's a reason why it's 1995, because that pillow was ass.
If you actually research the company, they got more returns than orders.
What kind of pillow do I need to tumble dry in order to activate? I could cut up foam and put it in a bag and I could sleep on that. That's better than a My Pillow.
Yeah, I sleep on the floor, man.
Yeah, right? Yeah, right? You know what I was watching? I was watching Memoirs of a Geisha like a week ago. Mm-hmm. And you just see how they were sleeping on that wooden, it was arched, and that's their pillow. I don't know how that works. That looks painful. That looks extremely painful. But let's talk about the Biden bump, guys. The Biden bump has a whole bunch of policies that they want to pass, and just to let you guys know, this is still not in play. This is still something that's just being proposed that Joe just wants to implement in his first 100 days when he's in office, which should be starting next Thursday, I believe, or Wednesday. When's the 20th? Wednesday? Wednesday?
It should be Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. If my calendar serves me right, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
So the Biden bump, an extra $1,400 to eligible recipients on top of the $600 already paid by the past round. So a total of $2,000. So for the people that we asked if you got your stimmy and what you spent it on, for those two people that didn't get a stimmy, you're rich, or you didn't pay your taxes. So make sure that you guys pay your taxes so the next stimmy you can get.
Guess what? You're not gonna get this stimmy again.
You're not gonna get the stimmy again.
Hey, bro, you know what's funny is because if I post that question on Instagram again, and those two same person would answer the question, right, and they'd be like, "Wait, there's another stimmy? I didn't get one.
You didn't get the other stimmy, like your lack of stimmy.
You rich.
Yeah, you're rich, or you didn't pay your taxes. Let's just face facts here. It will also include payments to households with mixed immigration that were left out due to spouses of undocumented immigrants who do not have social security numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is a little bit more progressive, right? If you weren't able to get your stimulus because of the past administration's policies, we're just going to call them policies, you are going to be able to get your money. Enhanced unemployment aid. Before, if you were on unemployment, you were getting an extra $300 a week on top of your state's unemployment benefit. You are now going to get $400 federally on top of that a week. And so that's going to be cool. And the plan is extended through September as opposed to just the 11 weeks when it passed previously. Right. So that's going to be awesome for those people who are still unemployed. Rental assistance and eviction moratorium. Right. We have another 25 billion in addition to the 25 billion that was already given under the previous stimmy plan. Another 5 billion for struggling families for their utilities, and Biden is seeking another extra 5 billion to help assist states that are at risk of homelessness. It would extend the eviction moratorium to September 30th and allow people with Fed guaranteed mortgages to apply for forbearance until September 30th. So that's going to be awesome for the people who are feeling some economic pressure and struggling hard to make ends meet. I think this is very important. Help for the hungry. Biden would extend 15% increase in food stamps through September instead of June. Another $3 billion to help women, infants, and kids to secure food, and another $1 billion for U.S. territories for nutrition assistance. More money for childcare and tax credit. Tax credit is $3,600 for children 6 and under. Each kid 6 and under.
Oh, is that me? Is that me?
And 3K for kids over 6 years old in age, and the $15 federal minimum wage, which we were talking about earlier. This is very important, and I'm bullish. I'm bullish on a $15 minimum wage.
Raising my hand.
Raising your hand.
Okay, question.
Answer.
All right. If you raise, I know this is political and I know it has nothing to do with stocks. All right. Real quick. All right. What's your answer? Fire seat right here. Mm-hmm. If you raise the minimum wage, I guarantee you companies will raise their prices. And it's just all going to go back to the consumers.
Yep.
Makes sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
You think that'll happen?
I think it will. Because you're giving more people buying power, right? You're giving, I mean, let's face facts here. Like, I remember when I started working, when I came here from the Philippines, and minimum wage was like $8.75 in California.
I remember that, yeah.
Right? My first job was Taco Bell.
I worked at a pizza place, man.
Right? So, and it was posted there. You're looking at it like, I'm in high school, so it didn't really affect me that much. I just wanted a little bit of spending money, right? Because I didn't want to burden my parents. Mm-hmm. So, I worked my 20 hours a week so that I can, buy the stuff that I wanted to buy at that age. And as I got older after high school, it didn't really go up. Like, it was still pretty much the same, right? I had to switch jobs. I ended up working at Starbucks around that time, so I got like a higher wage because Starbucks was paying a little bit more. But I've gotten lucky to where I was, my wage, my hourly rate was going higher and higher and higher as I found more opportunities and I grew my skills and to where I'm at right now. But if we don't raise minimum wage for the people who are still, getting paid minimum wage, how are they supposed to be able to provide for their family as well as enjoy their family? Mm-hmm. Right? Some people are working 2 jobs, are working 80 hours a week, right? Just to make ends meet. And that right there, that's where the economic inequity or inequality is definitely playing and showing its ugly face, because as a people, as a society, we need to give more value to our workers. We need to give more value and give them the tools necessary for them to not worry about where their next paycheck is going to come from. We need to give them the purchasing power in order for them to buy the stuff that they need, right? Give them more money to invest in themselves. Give them more money to better their lives. Um it's to me it's crazy because I mean I don't know about you, but from an immigrant's point of view, since I've lived outside the country, it is crazy to me that we work to live, or we live to work. I'm sorry, we live to work, right? And we have to grind it out in order for us just to make ends meet. In the most powerful and richest nation in the entire world, that's just nuts. That's why when I was given the opportunity to learn about trading, I didn't think twice, because I feel that this is one way for me to provide a better life, essentially, right? To get back what essentially, like, to me, what I think is to get back what was taken from me by putting in those many hours, and being able to leverage my knowledge and my skills in order for me to make better gains, just to set myself up for the future.
You know that emoji with two hands, like, yeah.
And it's and I think moving the needle to 15, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, 15 is not enough.
No.
15 is not enough.
California, Bay Area.
No, 15 is not enough. In San Francisco, no, it is not enough. Right? But it's a step in the right direction. But what happens anyways when you move the needle to 15 federally? The private sector usually gives you a little bit above that. A little bit more above that. I messed up. I should have worked at In-N-Out. You know how much they were getting paid at that time in 2003?
Was it like 13 or something?
Right, $13. But there was no In-N-Out in Concord around that time, so
yeah,
right. So we had to settle for what was around us, and I had to work. I had to walk to work.
I appreciate the current events and about the telling us about the stimulus package and all the proposed bill. When it does pass, I'm bullish on retail.
Retail all day.
Because 1,400, if someone gets 1,400, where are they going to buy first? Obviously, they're going to buy groceries. They're going to buy groceries. They're probably going to pay for their phone bill.
Necessities.
Necessities, yeah.
Necessities.
So long, a little disclaimer: we're long Walmart and Costco and Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Those are my three big stocks for this year.
What are you going to spend your 1,400 on?
Dude, that's our groceries for the year. I told you I went to Costco a few days ago. It was like $3.50.
Jeez, $3.50. I'm thinking options prices when you go $3.50.
I spent $3.50. We spent about $12-14 a month on groceries.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I can't wait for me to not buy diapers anymore.
We just moved up the boy to some pull-ups. We're potty training. So
you ever notice that these diaper boxes, as the kid grows, the diapers get less and less?
Oh yeah.
That's messed up, and the price goes up.
The price goes up. You're using essentially
less diapers.
Yeah, less diapers. You're not really getting. It's the same. It's the same exact amount. If you weigh all of them, they're the same weight.
Dude, like, I was walking at Costco in that aisle where they had all the diapers, and I was going through 1 through 6. I was like, wait, hold on, 192, and then
20.
50. That's why I'm always back every 2 weeks. Yeah, I was like, wait, hold on, that's cheaper, and the price just keeps going up, and you get less diapers.
Yeah,
dude, that's highway robbery, man. Like, Kirkland brand is the ish.
Yeah,
is the go-to when it comes to diapers. By the way, for all you dads out there and mommies.
But have a gripe with Kirkland brand. God, that was a tongue twister. Did you notice that their size 4 diapers there's no unisex version? To me, it feels like it's like a pink box with it's for girls.
You're right, because we just got one too, right? For Tyler. You're right.
Right?
I realized that. Yeah, I was like, why is this pink? Yeah, you're right. Hold on.
Hold on.
You know I'm gonna look.
But you know what? I'm gonna use it because it's cheap. I'm gonna use
What are you, the
it. It's
diaper police?
and it works, right? It works. We're in 2021. We shouldn't worry about that. But John has the stock of the week.
Oh yes. So the stock of the week is something that we shouldn't take for granted, especially in this day of age. This company is a worldwide brand and is known for overnight packages and mail being delivered and tracked. The key word is tracked because they're the first ones who actually started tracking packages. I'm talking about FedEx, Federal Express. It used to be called Federal Express. Now it's FedEx shipping company. Let's do some of the technicals first and get it out of the way. Ticker symbol FDX has a market cap of $67 billion. So if you want to compare that to obviously UPS, because that's their main competitor, UPS is at 137 billion. So roughly, so more than half of the size of UPS, right? However, the reason I chose FedEx over UPS is because of the potential for growth. Okay, it's always going to be behind UPS, and as long as we use UPS as a benchmark and a goal, we should be fine. All right. Ticker symbol FDX. FedEx currently trades at $252 right now. I do own shares of FedEx. I'm going to keep that for long term. It traded a 52-week low of 88.69 and a 52-week high of $305. It did hit high, I think 2-3 months ago, and it slowly dipped currently. So FedEx does pay dividends, which I love, and I know you and I both know, like, I can talk about dividends all day. It has an annual dividend yield of 1.03% or 65 cents per quarter. So do a quick math. So for example, a $10,000 investment, if you just let it sit for a year, FedEx will pay you roughly about $103 for that year. So if you use FedEx, why not invest in it? I'm pretty sure if you're using Amazon on a daily, and I just ordered, my my ring light, my 10-foot stand from Amazon, most likely it'll be shipped by FedEx. So I'm a believer of the company because I use it. We get like about 5 to 10 packages from Amazon itself.
Oh yeah.
A week. So, and majority of them, FedEx delivers them, a quick history about, FedEx. It was founded in 1971 by a guy named Frederick Smith. The company grew quickly, and by 1983, it had about $1 billion in revenue. So it took about 12 years to hit $1 billion, which is huge, by the way. So throughout the 80s and 90s, FedEx acquired companies that helped them grow to where they are at right now. They acquired a company named Flying Tiger Line in '88, and that helped them become the largest full-scale, full-service cargo airline in the world. In '98, they acquired, I remember this company, Caliber Systems, in which they helped them gain market share in express shipping and small package ground services. Now, we're all familiar with this one. In 2004, remember Kinko's? Yeah. So, I mean, there's still some Kinko's, but it's rebranded as FedEx Kinko's.
I like going there to print stuff.
Yep.
And to print stuff. Yeah.
So basically, go on the internet, print some stuff, copy, fax. Who faxes nowadays? Email.
Notary. I think they do notaries too.
Notaries. You can ship stuff. Majority of them are franchised. They're small units. But yeah, they acquired them back in 2004, and then they rebranded them as FedEx Kinko's. Okay. And then in 2004 as well, they also acquired Parcel Direct and rebranded it as FedEx Smart Post.
Okay.
And in 2020, last year, they had about they have about 245,000 employees. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
raked in about 69 billion in revenue. Now, the reason I'm bullish on FedEx is because they are one of the major vaccine distributors this year. Obviously, the other one is UPS, and along with the smaller distributors, which in my opinion would help revenue line. My 2 cents for the ones who live in hotter climates. When I used to live in the Bay Area, majority of my friends would post it on Instagram where they would have bottled water, snacks, chips, cookies by the door. So, and they would always leave a note for the drivers, you know, the Amazon drivers, UPS, FedEx, whatever, or postal drivers, you know, grab a snack, grab some water. It's probably warm water. But that's so nice of them because, you know, these people work hard.
They do.
They work hard at throwing your packages at the door.
And dude, all right, so shout out to delivery drivers in general.
And personally, me, I know at least 2 to 3 people that work at UPS or FedEx or any courier services.
Yeah, and they deliver your Chewy packages. So,
bruh, UPS.
So shout out to the delivery drivers. You guys are really heroes. I mean, you guys didn't let. I think if there's anybody that kind of kept the economy going, is that people still got their packages.
Yeah, well, because you know this whole pandemic, this past year alone, like Amazon made a killing, right? And who was delivering your packages? UPS, USPS, or FedEx?
Yeah, it's just one of the three. There's no way.
Yeah,
unless DHL.
Unless you're ordering something, you know, abroad. DHL.
On-Trac.
Yeah.
On-Trac.
With the sketchy rate bands.
Yeah, dude. On-Trac, please upgrade your vans. I don't know. Like, I see an On-Trac van. I see an On-Trac van, and I want to call the cops.
Yeah, it's always a beat up white van.
It's always a beat up white van that nobody asked for. That On-Trac, if you ever listen, if it is On-Trac employees, please ask your employer to update their vans to something a little bit more palatable than the 1970s Volkswagen rapey van.
I know, and there's this one time when an On-Trac delivery guy pulled up on our lot, right? And he was holding an envelope, and he wasn't even dressed the part, right? And I was like, all right, like who's this guy? Like, am I gonna get served today? And then
gonna get served.
He's walking up the door, and then he has an envelope, and he looks suspicious AF, right? And he has his hand on his back, and I was like, this guy's about to pull a gun. But no, he pulled up his scanner. Ding dong. But anyway, also, since we're talking about distributors and shipping companies, have you heard of Amazon Key?
What is that? That's new. I haven't heard of that ever.
All right, check this out. So I saw a commercial of Amazon Key, and you're gonna flip out. You're gonna flip out because I think it's huge in inner cities and big cities where there's limited parking and where probably there's big theft going on. All right. So Amazon Key is when you basically give your garage code to the driver.
Oh, hell no.
No, I'm for real. Google it, YouTube it, whatever. Look it up. It's a thing now. Amazon will go in your house, in your garage, and drop off your packages or package, whatever, and then be on their merry way out.
Oh, hell no. No.
Hopefully they close the garage.
Yeah, imagine that's a liability, bro.
No, it's this is for real.
I
like
I can see it.
It's happening. Yeah,
I could definitely see it, but I wouldn't trust anybody opening up my garage and just dropping a package in there.
There's pros and cons. I mean, if you're a busy individual, you could care less about your stuff at home. You don't have anything, you know, valuable. You don't have your car or whatever, and you're just living by yourself. I mean, why not? I mean,
and also I don't trust myself to have that service. You know why? Because if I'm waiting for a package, I'm gonna fuck with the Amazon guy and just have him open my garage, and I'm just right there, just laying down, like, hello. In like weird poses, like, hi.
You said you weren't home.
Well, I am now. That is a very bad premise for for a Boomba tape. That is a bad premise for a Boomba tape. If anybody who's a writer for the Hub, this is a good premise for you. Amazon key delivery guy opens up the garage and you're inside. Just, I've been waiting.
Dude, imagine if the On-Trac guy opens up your garage and you're right there. He might snatch you.
No, the On-Trac guy will open up his van and then snatch you. Like the On-Trac guy will probably drive around, have the van door slid open, and just yank you in. And then you're gonna be like, "Oh, why am I getting yanked in?" And he's like, "I have a delivery for you." I'm like, "This is unnecessary. You didn't have to yank."
I got a package for you.
I got a package for you.
Here it is.
I have a package for you.
Bend over. I didn't order anything. You're about to get one right now. Yeah, that is it for the stock of the week. Again, if you guys want to research Amazon key, if you guys are down with that, go ahead, reach out to Amazon and be like, yes, open up my garage and dump everything in there.
I have a
package. What's next?
Oh my god! I have a package for you. What are your top plays for the week, dude?
Since it's earnings season, we have a lot of top plays actually. So Netflix is actually a market mover. What a market mover is, it's a big company, first of all. So if you see Apple taking a dip, most likely the entire day is already red. So Netflix, it's currently, I don't want to say it's oversold, but it's actually cheap right now. And who knows? I mean, they might be.
They might.
I'm semi-bullish. I'm semi-bullish because Roku is making a killing.
They are.
Disney Plus is making a killing.
This is something that I've been meaning to do, and we haven't really touched on it. It's just a chart that we never really paid attention to because it's Roku. But Jesus, what is up with Roku and why is it moving?
It's nonstop, man. I mean, I thought it was expensive. I thought it was expensive at 300s, but shoot, it just keeps hitting 52-week highs. But yeah, I'm semi-bullish on Netflix. As far as the banks goes, I like Comerica.
Comerica?
Yeah, they're also reporting Tuesday. Nice. I'm still bullish on Asan. I grabbed some shares for Palantir. I'm still bullish on FDX. Baba, we haven't talked about Alibaba, but Baba was kind of disappointing. Friday, it somewhat dipped, even though they had strong news. And also, there's a rumor right now that Alibaba is getting into EV as well.
Who's not getting into EVs? We might as well start getting an EV. All right, this is a PSA. If you are an engineer and would like to create an EV vehicle, please reach out to us. We have ideas.
Also, you're probably going to call me crazy on this one. I am semi-bullish on airlines still.
Interesting. Okay.
There's a reason for that. Is because when I was doing research, when I was doing my stock of the week research, did you know that even though they don't have any passengers in these planes, okay, majority of them are like empty. Okay, they would only fly like, I don't know, 20, 30 people, out of like 200, right? Their cargos are full.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Full of packages.
Full of package, for sure.
No, for real. Like, that's how airlines are staying afloat right now. So just imagine when airlines fully reopen. So you know how we talked about Disney, how they're killing it right now because of Disney Plus. Just imagine when their parks and their cruises and hotels fully reopen. They're just going to make a killing.
I agree.
Yeah.
For me, I'm actually interested in Intel. I am interested in Intel.
They just had recent news.
Yeah, they just got some recent news. That chart has been beaten down. They've actually, said they were going to buy back some shares, which is pretty good. But people are still bearish on Intel. I think this is the quarter that we might see some gains. Be prepared to take a look at Intel this week. They report on Thursday. I'm very bullish on Bionanogenomics. They did have that symposium. They found some genetic sequencing that could help determine future not future illnesses, but basically, map it out to figure out where it's coming from. So there, I don't get me wrong, I got my shares at around $4.50. It did spike all the way to 9, and we're seeing some pullback. I would not be surprised if we see an offering in the next 2 weeks because of how successful that symposium was. And if they do put out an offering, I expect me to buy more. In the meantime, I did sell some covered calls because I feel like it's ran up so much, and we're going to see some downtrend here. So I'm excited for those plays. I'm still in FedEx, although we did see some pullback on FedEx this past yesterday. The chart still looks pretty. We're still waiting for that MACD crossover, and we're going to see some good moves there. Jamia is still the same way. Jamia just formed a cup and handle. So Jamia created a cup and handle. So I'm still bullish. I mean, we're still waiting for a $49 testing there. Palantir has an event in the next few weeks. Their demo day is upon us. I might, add more shares because I'm super bullish on Palantir, and I think they're really undervalued. Kathy Woods, the almighty Kathy Woods, did purchase a whole buttload, and that's actually moved their sizing of Palantir in their ARK ETF is roughly around 0.81% now. So it's crazy. I really do believe that there are going to be some moves in the near future here. Neo, I messed up on the Neo trade. I'm just going to be fully transparent with you guys. I should have sold Monday on Neo. I did sell my 45 strike price for Neo that was going to expire yesterday, but I'm holding on to my February call just because it's pulled back a little bit. I might add up just to see if we could, just multiply some gains here once we see some moves. And also Chinese stocks got pressured because they're now under more lockdowns. I think that their cases for the virus have gone up. And they announced some sweeping lockdowns across the nation for China. But other than that, you have anything else?
Oh, we just so for our viewers and our listeners, we just did the raffle IG live video. It'll be posted on our Instagram feed. And if you guys want to check out who won, we're not going to tell you. Better check it out.
Check that out. And whoever the winner is, you have 12 hours from the time that was recorded for you to DM us with your Bitcoin wallet information, because we will not hunt you down. And if you don't DM us in 12 hours, we will have another raffle. So it is your job to tell us that you won. All right. We already did our job by doing the raffle in itself. So shout out to Jeff. Actually, thank you, Jeff, for being so kind to letting us play with his Bitcoin money. And we hope to do more raffles for you guys in the future. John and I are cooking something up so that we can give more to our listeners and provide you guys with more information, more stocks to play, as well as more prizes, because I think it's a good way to reach out to our audience. But with that being said, follow me on Instagram at Trading Poppy. Follow John at John C Trades. Follow us on Instagram at Trading Daddies. We are now on TikTok under Trading Daddies. So please, we are on TikTok. We are going to be.
Bro, I'm excited with TikTok. I still got to play around with it. I ordered a bunch of equipment. I got my mic finally, so nice. I tested it out today. It works perfectly.
Amazing. So we're going to be super excited about that. We are gonna be, or YouTube is always gonna be dropping. If you guys haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. But with that being said, thank you, each and every one of you guys, for taking the time and listening to us each and every week. Free Jack Ma. As always, let's get trading.